Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to another video. Now in the part 1, the last episode that I did of this building a tycoon for starters, I basically talked about changing the values of your pumps, switches, your droppers or whatever. I changed the flooring, and we actually customized and deleted a couple buttons and stuff like that. So in this video today, I'm actually gonna go ahead and open up Studio for our game, the Tycoon that we are making. Now I haven't done any work to it, but I do remember actually after I got done recording this video. Now in the last episode we had a problem with this owner only door. Now a lot of y'all, I checked the comments and a lot of y'all said the owner only door is parent to the walls, so after you bought the walls you could get the owner only door, which is the button that comes with it. That's okay. So I actually understood that. I actually thought about that. That actually came to my mind once y'all all told me that. So I'm about to actually figure that out right now and try and figure out how I can get this to pop up before or without the see. Okay, so this is dependency, which is wall 3, so we don't need that. Our dependency need to be let's just do the what should our dependency be? So it says wall 3, that means after you bought the third wall, which is the upgraded wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to purchases, and let's just put mega dropper as the dependency, and it should fix the problem. Now, was that how it was spelled, or is okay, capital D? Okay, and I don't even know if that really matters, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm gonna test this out real quick and make sure that now it works good, and hopefully that fixed it, because I was wondering what that problem was, and I never did research or anything on it, but I kind of just thought that was probably the problem. Now I'm going to spam this a few times because it's still set at $250 per click or per little block thingy. So now we got $42.50. So let's quickly just run by and buy all these stuff, and hopefully that fixed it. I mean, I'm just gonna hope. And bam, yeah, buy owner only door. There we go. Now we fixed it, and bam, our only door is now here. Sweet. Okay, so now, see, as you can see, you can turn it off and turn it on. And also I moved that gray. This is what I was talking. You can see the kind of the gray block that splits between the sky, and then it gets a little dark. I moved that backwards so it would fit right perfect into the owner only door, which is pretty sweet. I just now have to change these bars, these gray bars right there. So we're gonna do a couple changes. What I'm gonna be doing in today's video, now I'm not gonna be focusing much on the pumps today. I'm basically gonna be focusing on the walls in this video today and adding a few buttons like that, and hopefully y'all can understand and grasp everything I do. So let's go ahead and start right into that. So my idea plan to do for this is I'm actually going to move both of these. I'm gonna move the caster collect and the spawn backward, and I'm gonna move it. Now my sketch of this is basically this compartment right here is going to be a room itself, and then right here, right on the outside of that compartment, is going to be like a bar type thing where there is a bar right here, and then there's menu behind it, which is on the wall, closing it off. I'm gonna hopefully have a door right here that goes inside this entrance with all the droppers. I'm gonna basically make everything cost money, each table, each chair, stuff like that. And I've just planned on, I'm gonna do this as like a cafe, kind of, not one of those fancy club cafes, but basically just one kind of like it. So, because I'm not going to be spending too much time in detail, because I'm not really going to be releasing this. This is mainly just for experience. You want to learn. Okay, so first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving the let me go to open up essentials, not the conveyor, but the collector parts and the spawn. Now remember guys, just open oh, excuse me, just click and hold control and then click the spawn and collector parts, and then go over here to model at the top left, click move, and then you can just pull them over. Actually, I forgot again that I have to do the, not the part collector, but the giver. Yeah. Now collector parts and it. So okay, so you have to click the giver too. I actually forgot about that. And then I'm going to scroll it over here, and then I'm actually going to click control and R. I'm going to keep holding control and then click R twice, and it's going to rotate it backward. I'm actually going to scoot this. I'm going to scoot this. Let me think. I'm going to move this button. I'm going to move it a little bit more forward. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. So I'm going to go over here to the button section, find buy a mega dropper, and just scoot it out of the way like so. I'm actually going to drop it right in front of it, right, whoopsies. Buy a mega dropper, I'm going to scoot it over right like so. Bam, so now our money and our spawns over here, so sweet. Alright, so now I guess it's time to really start building the walls. Alright, so I'm going to basically base everything off of the owner only door. So I'm going to click on the buy an owner door, and I'm going to click and hold control and then click D one time, which will duplicate it into another button. Basically that's what I do. Now I'm going to do the same dependency as the mega dropper. So once you get the mega dropper, you'll be able to get this button as well, which is going to be for the wall. Now I'm going to do the front wall, side walls, and the back walls, and then obviously inner walls and stuff like that. So I'm going to do the front wall. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to be costing, how much should I set it for? You know, actually, if I do keep it for, okay, let me say, if I give a 50, no, not 50, if I change it to 10 per click on this, and I change the pumps, maybe this one to 10 per drop, and then this one's for 50 per drop, and that one's 100 per drop. I could probably do this and keep this at 1500 as well, but I'm actually going to change it to 1000. I think that's more fitting. So I'm going to change that. Now I'm going to change the object to wall 1, because that's what I'm actually going to change the name of the wall in the future, which I'm about to do. That's the name that it's going to be, and I'm going to change the price of it to 1000. Okay, so now we already have our front wall button made. I'm going to move it over a little bit more, and now this is where the building component of the Tycoon comes in place. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and set the material of the block to brick, and I'm going to do it another red, and I'm going to click spawn, and I'm going to anchor it, and make sure all blocks that you spawn are anchored. Now you got to really remember that, people, because if you don't, then blocks are going to be flying everywhere in your map, and that's probably not going to be very fun. Alright, so here it is right here. I'm actually wondering why this, what in the world? Scoot. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I don't know why the floor was freaking floating. That was bizarre. So remember, guys, you got to change the increment to 0.001, but I'm just going to do 3 zeros for this, just because. So I'm going to expand this out a little bit, just enough, and I actually don't know why this is so far out. I'm going to move it basically to about right there. I think that's a pretty good spot to place it at, and I'm going to do the same with this though. Scoot it until it's right there, and then scoot it over, and like so. Alright, so this is the start of our first wall. I'm going to create it. I'm actually going to get a little zombie right here. I'm going to use it as a little size. He's going to be like my little size dude, so I know the sizes that I need to place and make. So this is actually a pretty thick wall. Let me close it and make it fit with the owner only door. Now I'm actually going to add a little bit more decoration to this. Now I'm not going to just have it just like that, so I'm going to go ahead. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to click this wall, and I'm going to go ahead and name it wall 1, because that's actually what is connected to this button that you're going to purchase. So I'm going to duplicate it, which is Control D, and I'm going to size it down, and I'm actually going to make a little cool like wooden a little wooden look to it on the sides of this owner only door to make it not look so brick like, you know, because that's gonna look ugly, and no one wants ugly. Or should I do planks? Yeah, planks look better. Alright, sweet. So I'm actually gonna use planks on the sides of this, and I'm not gonna do the other side because that's gonna be for wall 2. I'm gonna section off each wall differently. That's gonna be close enough, I think. Alright, so that's that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm contemplating currently what I want to do with the rest. Now I'm actually gonna I'm gonna duplicate this wooden wall right here, and I'm gonna expand it out. Forgot. Remember, guys, make sure you have no outlines when you're doing this. So just control and then click each one of these, and then go to your plugins and click outline remover, and it'll remove all outlines from it. All right, so now the block is hanging over a little bit, which is absolutely perfect because that's actually how I enjoy my blocks. I like windows for window seals. I like the block hanging off a little bit. Kind of just adds a little bit more character to it. I feel like I'm a house designer here. House designer. Now I'm gonna open up, or actually I'm not gonna open up. I'm gonna duplicate it and I'm gonna scoot it up some, because obviously there's going to be a top part to the window seal. So I'm going to change the increment of the size, or the move tool I mean, to 0.001, the same as my resize tool. And now what I'm going to do is duplicate it once more. I'm going to size it and then scoot it up, just like that, people. And basically that's how we're going to do this. Now I'm going to size this back over here to the size of the brick. Why? I don't know. I think it'll just look better that way. And now I'm going to scoot it. I'm going to duplicate it and then scoot this one. Same over here. Think that works perfectly. Alright, so now we kind of have our window seal section. Now, obviously, if I don't end up liking the way this looks, I'm going to change it. But for now, I think my idea will work. So I duplicated the brick block right down here, and I'm gonna scoot it over until it's going almost inside of this wooden block. So I don't really matter about it because it's actually outside it some, so it doesn't really matter about the whole glitchy block look. Alright, so I'm gonna try and match this up as best as possible, just so I don't have to really deal with it. So yeah, that's pretty freaking close. Alright, sweet. I'm going to duplicate this block and scoot it over the same as last time. And I'm just going to resize it to fit this section over here. And voila. And now we kind of have our wall set. Now actually, I'm going to go ahead and size this over a little bit. Scoot this over a little bit as well. And then click control both of these and expand them both the same length over here. I just want to make sure it looks, you know, evenly distorted and stuff like that. So cool. I'm actually gonna make these a little bit thicker as well. Let me think this through. Yeah, I guess I'll do it a little bit downward, and then I'll make these. I'm gonna have to do both. Ew, that looked ugly. I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I have to click them separately. I don't really know how thick I want these windows, but I guess that'll be fine. Let me look back. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's our window. Sweet. I don't know if these are quite the same size. Okay, so they are different. So that's 0.804 and this is 0.86. I need to change this to 0.804. Let me see how. There we go. So it's a little bit thinner. All right, now they're the exact same size. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this bottom brick wall and place it perfectly on top of these other blocks. And now, guys, we officially have our first wall practically. Now I'm gonna actually have these walls. Actually, no. I'm gonna have it match right here. Let me set this. Bam. All right, and I'm gonna actually move this block upward, and so it kind of, you know, goes with the wall. All right, sweet. Alright, now I'm going to duplicate this block right here, this that's highlighted, and I'm going to make it pretty thin to kind of meet the middle, and I'm going to close this off. Now this is a pretty thin block. I mean this is as thin as I can get it, and I'm going to go over here to properties, and I'm going to click transparency, and I'm going to do about 0.6. Now this is going to be the actual window part of the thing. Now, keeping this block highlighted, I'm going to click plastic, and I'm going to do a light blue for a window look. Now that's actually too, you know, I don't really know how to say it. There we go. It was too blue or something. Now I'm going to duplicate this block right here just for the heck of time. I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to scoot it, and I'm going to make it thin, and I'm going to make it smaller, you know, on both sides. I want to make sure it's even. Alright, bam. And now I'm going to duplicate this one and make it even. And then bam. And then I'm going to move it downward. Bam. So now we officially, now this is our actual wall. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this as well. Make it thick again. And I'm going to scoot it on over. Now this is how I'm just like planning on having the whole wall or the whole thing look. I'm hoping this ends up looking good because I really don't know how else to make it look. So yeah, let's just I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here while building this. So let's hope this ends up looking pretty well. It doesn't look too bad so far. You know, that's not normally what you see in a Tycoon, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine for now. Now, as you see, all of these blocks are anchored down. Now, all we have to do is go through here and highlight all of the wall ones, and then right-click it just anywhere where it's highlighted, and click Group. And then we're gonna name the group Wall 1. And now, after that's done, we can basically just move Wall 1. And we can put it in purchases. So now it's a new purchase that's a part of the Tycoon with the button. So we're gonna try this out real quick, and basically the next wall 2, which will go right there on the other side, it will be a much easier to do now that I can just duplicate that whole thing basically. And yeah, okay, so now you can see the buttons are gone, as we've already learned before. I'm just gonna spam this, you know, get a lot of cash, and buy this new wall that we just made, and hopefully all goes well. I forgot that I moved this over here. Sweet. Oh crap, I forgot I gotta buy all these stupid droppers. Dang it. Bot, bam. Now we have our 2 buttons. We have $4,000, so I'm gonna buy the owner only door. Now it doesn't really match the whole wall 1 yet, but here it is, guys. We officially have our wall added to our Tycoon. It's looking pretty sweet. I'm contemplating maybe adding like a grass bush, but maybe that'll be another button to buy a bush in front of the building or something like that. So guys, it's looking pretty good so far. Let's just keep it going. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of that. Now I'm gonna go and click wall 1, which is in the purchases section of the Tycoon. I'm just gonna click Control D, and it's gonna duplicate it, and I'm just gonna move it over. That's all I'm doing, and bam, we already have our second wall. And I'm gonna change this wall to wall 2. Make sure, because names are very, very important with Tycoons. You gotta make sure names are exactly how they are, okay? So wall 2 now is made. So I'm gonna go to the buttons section, find front wall. I'm gonna duplicate it, move it over here, and I'm gonna open it up, and you gotta change the object name to wall 2. And now you can keep the same price because it's the same price for both buttons. So it's actually looking pretty good now, people. So I'm actually now, I know I keep saying that over and over, but I'm gonna go ahead and move these stupid concrete blocks. Actually, I'm gonna deselect that, and I'm just gonna move this one. Actually, I'm just gonna delete it. Because you don't really need those, so I just deleted those 2 concrete cylinder type blocks. And this owner only door is about to be made into a better looking block because I do not like this. It has to match the whole wooden look. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, we're gonna do it to wooden planks, and we're gonna do a dark brown again. And I'm actually going to duplicate it, and I'm gonna scroll it on up here. Hopefully I can get this perfectly. No, not quite. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, there we go. That's close enough. And then I'm gonna grab this brick block. I'm sorry, not the best with names. Quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and resize this to a little bit thinner, and then I'm gonna move it outward to fit this. I actually got to remember to not overstand where the brick goes, because I don't want it sticking out and looking weird when people buy if they buy the owner only door first. If I can find this button. Jeez, I'm about to have a panic attack here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm gonna just move it upward. So there we go. Now that's not looking too shabby, but for some odd reason this looks different sizes. Looks like different sizes. Huh. Maybe it's not. Maybe I think I fixed it. But alright, that's not looking too shabby, people. Hold on, let me look and see what this looks like. Huh. I don't know if that's good looking or not. I have to change the size because I don't really want it sticking through the ground. Like whatever this is, which is the flooring. Don't want it sticking through the ground at all. Alright, well, there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this over here. Actually, wait, what is this? This is wall 1. Okay, so that means I have to grab wall 2's, duplicate it, and bring it down as well. Because remember, the buttons matter, and you got to make sure everything's grouped up perfectly. Now this part right down here, I'm just gonna duplicate it from the owner only door and place it right there. Bam. Okay, so actually this stupid floor is like really starting to get on my nerve. There we go. Okay, so now it's just touching the floor, it's not going through it, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's test this out for what we have so far. So now we have the owner only door fixed and the 2 front walls of our Tycoon created. Now it does look a little ugly now with not the 2 silver poles missing, but that'll be okay. It's not messing me up too much. So I'm gonna click begin working, click the button like 1,000 times, and test out and make sure the walls are still working perfectly. I think I've spammed it enough now. I'm just gonna ride this thing. That was a lot quicker. And click, click, and click, click. And now we have 3 buttons available. I'm just gonna click that one, and that one. Bam! Sweet. So now our shop is looking good. Now I don't know why really a shop would need an owner only door. Now I'm actually thinking, I think I may make this little like touch me to become the Tycoon owner. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit taller so it fits inside this, because I really don't like this little like gap right there at all. But I think the Tycoon's looking actually pretty nice. I'm having a little glitchy thing right there, so I'm gonna have to make that bigger so it doesn't glitch like that. But we'll do that real quick. So right here, you see it's like a little glitchy. Whoa. Wait, click that. I can just expand it out. Actually, I can just, well, yeah, I don't know if that's how I was glitching too, but there we go. Alright, fixed. And now I'm gonna expand this up all the way to the top because I want that full thing covered up. But dang, this is actually not looking too shabby, y'all. So I don't know how long of a video it's been so far, but we're gonna do a couple more things and then I'll go ahead and end it. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to what should I do? Should I just do a sidewall? Should I do the sidewall, or should I just work on the front of the building right now? Now let's go ahead and just do all the walls in general. So I'm gonna do the same color red and the same color brick, or what did I just say? Alright, well, anyways, I'm gonna anchor it down, make sure it has no outlines whatsoever, because nobody likes outlines. and I'm gonna scoot this dude over here. And now that I'm using an actual brick or a wood lining around my Tycoon, this won't matter too much. Now the dependency I'm gonna put on this is this front wall. No, I don't even know if I'm gonna put dependency. I might just have these buttons. I don't know, maybe they'll all just depend on this one mega dropper. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and name this sidewall, but in one word. Sidewall, capital S, capital W, and I'm just gonna expand it all the way over here. Now I'm actually not gonna add any windows to this side of the building, also for time purposes. Now, I mean, I'm not really taking this Tycoon too seriously, so I'm not gonna put too much detail into this. So it's gonna be a kind of an ugly Tycoon, just a tad bit, because, you know, I'm not taking too much care into this. But I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this again, move it upward, move it up again, and kind of just match it up. I'm gonna resize it down over here just so I can kind of get the lining up perfect, and basically go from there. I'm gonna make this the wooden plank, the same brown, and I'm gonna expand it back over here now, and I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger on the side just so it kind of sticks out, and same with over here. Gonna stick it off a little bit, and now it's actually a little bit long, so on the bottom, so I'm gonna move it upward, and it should look better. Does it look better? Yes, yes, we're making our way, people. We're making our way. So I'll move that over like so. Dang, that was like almost perfect. And now we have our brick lining like that, or wood, I mean not brick lining, wood lining like that. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this as well, make it on the bottom, and kind of match the whole same theme, because, you know, you obviously want to keep the same theme going throughout your Tycoon. You don't want to just like drop it and change to a completely new look randomly. So I'm gonna make it the same size of that wood lining, because, you know, detail does sometimes matter. Well, it does matter if you're taking the Tycoon seriously, but not quite so much if for something like what I'm doing right now. So we have our dang, okay, so I gotta resize this to make it look good like that. Okay, there we go. Now we're done with this. See, and the good thing about this, though, making walls, is that you're easily able to duplicate it, just like I did with this wall. I didn't have to rebuild the wall. I just duplicated the whole group and just slid it over, duplicated the button, changed the value name to wall 2, and bam, there it was. I didn't have to build anything. And that's the same thing I'm going to do on this one. So yeah, basically, our sidewall is complete. That's all I'm really going to be doing to the sidewall. So I made it pretty simple. It wasn't like a really hard thing to do. So I'm gonna highlight them all, and I'm gonna click group and name them sidewall, capital S, capital W. And now I'm going to actually I gotta add a 1 because it's the first one, and then over here is going to be the second one. Now this might be a little annoying. Actually, I think I got that perfect. Wow, I got that one perfect. Okay, sweet. Well, actually, hold on, let's say that. Let me just scoot it over a little bit. Alright, let me go ahead and make this block a little bit thicker, because I think that's kind of the problem on this side. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we have that fixed. I'm gonna have to expand this out a little bit more as well, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. You know, that's just what I'm gonna have to do sometimes. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down over here, kind of just fix it. You know, match with this side, because you know my building skills aren't the best. I mean, I know I probably have a few like building masters critiquing everything I'm doing in their head, but you know, I'm not that bad of a builder. I don't think, at least. I think I'm like doing pretty decent. So I'm just gonna, you know, do this. Now I should probably meet it to the crack right there, but it won't really match. But you know, whatever. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna scroll over here. I'm actually gonna move this stupid spawn over. Screwed. There we go. All right. So now we have our side walls. Now we need to make the buttons for them and things like that. So this is sidewall 2, so let me change that. So we have sidewall inside sidewall 1 and sidewall 2. Now I'm gonna go over here to the buttons again and duplicate. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna duplicate this front wall, and I'm going to set the dependency on this to what's the object of that? Wall 2. So if I do, so I can, I don't really know. I don't really know yet. Okay, so we need to do buy a sidewall. No. Buy. Would it be buy a sidewall? I guess that's fine. Buy a sidewall. $1,000. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and expand it. The dependency is set to Mega Dropper, but I can set this to what's the object of front wall? Wall 2. So I can actually set the dependency to wall 2, making this button appear after we purchase this button right here. So that means, you know, they're forced to buy the front wall before they can buy this. So it's actually pretty sweet. And now I'm just gonna basically, where did the button go? I don't know where it went. Where'd you go, partner? I'm trying to close all these. I don't like having a bunch of things open. Sidewall. So the object needs to be sidewall 1, because that is what this is, right? Sidewall 1. Yeah, sidewall 1. And then I need to get duplicate this and basically just change a little bit of stuff. So this one would be sidewall 2, and I would set the prices the same and the dependency to wall 1, because that is what not that front wall, but where's the other front wall? This front wall, and the dependency or the object is wall 1. So yeah, that's what I would basically set this one to. Dependency wall 1, perfect, and sidewall 2, perfect. So now we should have these walls all available. So basically I have to buy the Mega Dropper to unlock these 3 buttons right here: the front wall, the owner door, and the other front wall. And then after I buy this front wall, I'll have this sidewall button available, and same with this side. So let's go ahead and test this out and make sure everything. Actually, before I even turn around, I have to move. I completely forgot. I didn't even move these 2 side walls to the purchases, because that was about to be one confusing thing when I spawn in. Alright, so there we go. Now that they're moved into purchases, now that we can just whip over here. I wish I could run or something. Like maybe I should add a shift to sprint script so I can just sprint everywhere, because I'm sick and tired of walking so slow. So I'm just gonna spam this like 400 million times, like always. I'm gonna run over here. I keep forgetting that I moved it over here, but it'll look much better with it being over here than over there at the front of the store, and for future times. So now, as you see, we have these 3 buttons available. Now I'm gonna go ahead and click front wall. I'm gonna buy the owner only door, and we bought the sidewall. Now, or the other front wall. And now we have the 2 sidewall buttons available. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this one. JK, I don't have enough money. I'm gonna spam that. Gosh, I always forget. Come out. I forgot all these other droppers freaking suck. They're all cheap. They're like giving me like 20 bucks each click, or each drop. But this dropper right here, the mine right here, is a freaking beast. Give me 250 each click. So there we go. Sidewall done. Now we have our side walls, our front walls, and now all we have to do is our back wall, and that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. Also, still don't have enough money. Always. That's always me. I never have enough money. So guys, I'm just going to do the back wall really quickly and basically go from there. Now on the back wall, I'm actually going to be leaving an exit door, so like you can actually go in through the back of the building like an actual building. So yeah, let's actually do this real quick. This is going to be a pretty long video, but I'm going to go ahead and close the purchases tab, and now I'm going to open up and make a new button. So actually, in all reality, I can probably just duplicate this Yeah, let me just do that instead of spawning a whole new. So let me just go to purchases, and I'll just do sidewall 2. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm actually going to bring it out of the purchases thing into workspace, so it won't be, you know, touched with the Tycoon. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to click Control R, which rotates it, and then I'm going to move it over here against the building. And I'm basically, what I'm doing now is saving a whole lot of time of you know, fixing everything to be perfectly straight, or you know, making new blocks and stuff like that. So there we go. Now I want to obviously have things matched up, so I'm gonna do that. Bam, perfect. I probably have to do it with the top part too, don't I? Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna move this outward a little bit. Bam. And now we have our back wall practically, but I'm gonna I'm gonna hold Control and select all 3 of these, and I'm gonna move it up or over a little bit, because remember, I'm gonna make that exit real quick. I'm gonna actually click Control D and duplicate all of these once more, and I'm gonna scroll it over here and then set it to right here, and then I'm gonna click the resize tool, which is X, which is the hotkey, and I'm just gonna resize it up with this, and basically just fix it on up from here to kind of match each other. You know, I'm saving a lot of time doing this, and I know it might be a little confusing with me moving this quick or whatever, but remember guys, if you just need to, like, you know, rewatch something over again or whatever, you're more than welcome to. No, it's all power to you, all power to you. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm actually gonna use the same top block because I really don't want to just like resize it and then make it look like awkward and stuff. So let me do, come on man, yeah, there we go, that's close enough. Yeah, alright, so now we have that. I just need to basically, now I'm gonna actually duplicate this one because it's smaller. I'm gonna scroll it on over, and now that it's already matched up with both sides, I just have to do this, match it up with that, and I can actually also just like move this and connect this, and then that, and then I can duplicate this, make it to a resize so I can make the doorway. Yeah, this is actually not looking too shabby, y'all. Let me resize it. I want it a little bit out, stick out a little bit, because I don't want it to just be stuck up against that. I'm going to duplicate it, scroll it on over, and then there's that. I'm going to duplicate this bottom block, and I'm going to match it up with these. And basically, guys, we're going to be almost done with this back wall already. So there we go. That's basically the back doorway that's going to be in the back of the shop. I thought that actually looks pretty cool, honestly. Now, so yeah, so now we have all 4 surrounding walls, but I now have to actually change the name of this to back wall. Now you don't really have to worry about the whole other blocks, like the actual block names inside the group. It's just what matters is the group name. Alright, so just leave it. I just changed it to back wall, and I'm gonna move it to the purchases. Now I haven't made the button yet, but it'll still be okay. I'm gonna move it to purchases right there, and now we are going to buy the owner door, or not the owner door. What? I'm gonna do the button. So the button for the back wall thing. So I'm going to do the same as the owner door. I'm just going to duplicate the owner door because all walls pop up once you purchase the Mega Dropper, other than the side walls. So I'm just going to duplicate the owner only door button, and I'm just going to move it over here toward this wall. And since we're going to be adding more droppers and stuff, I don't want to put it in the way of all of these other potential areas of other droppers. So I'm just going to set it kind of in the doorway of this. And I'm gonna name it to buy the back wall, and it's not gonna be 1500. I'm gonna change it to 1000 again, and then open up the group. The dependency is Mega Dropper, which is fine, and I'm gonna change the object to back wall because I'm pretty sure that's what I named it, right? I'm just gonna make sure real quick. Back wall, yes I did. Okay, so and then to change the price to $1,000, which is the value. Okay, so guys, now we have our button for the back wall. Now we're going to test everything we did out in this video. So now we have our cash to collect moved. Our pumps are still the same. I didn't do anything with those, but I did make the new walls, and I made the side walls and stuff like that. So let's check this all out real quick, and we're going to test it all out right now. Hopefully everything works perfectly. It should. I don't know what would have broke if something did break. So I'm now Tycoon owner. We're gonna run over here to begin working. I'm gonna click it, spam this dude like a lot of times because I got a lot of stuff to buy now. So I'm gonna spam it, and so I probably have like $10,000 potentially, and go from there, boy. Okay, so there we go. Sorry if you just heard a lot of like moving around or something. That was my phone. I just like was checking it real quick. All right, so we have $16,000. That's plenty amount of money to buy what we need to buy. So we're gonna buy the droppers, the upgrader, and the mega dropper. And now we should, yes, the back wall is now here as well. Sweet. And there we go. There's our back wall right there, perfectly standing by itself on its own. Let me actually buy the owner door. Okay, so this is what I was worried about. Okay, so it looks all awkward, so I'm gonna have to fix this. I need to make it to where it's even on both sides. It looks like both these sides are just a little bit short. That one's just a little short. That one's pretty short. I just gotta extend it out a little bit more and make it look more even. But really, if you have all walls, it won't really matter too much. I just gotta buy this side wall. Crap, I should have bought that one too. Well, there's that one. And now we have all walls set up around our thing. Now I just have one more wall. I'm probably gonna duplicate this back wall and flip it around to where that doorway is over here, and then I'm gonna make the bar right here, and then the menu is gonna be against the wall that's gonna be right here that I duplicated. I don't know if that made sense or not, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be building for the rest. So guys, if you did enjoy this second part of this Tycoon creating series that I'm doing to help you guys build or whatever, and I'll just give you some ideas or anything at all, you know, I hope you all enjoyed it, and leave a like or subscribe, or if you haven't shared this video, or if you want to share this video, please do. You know, I would love to have some good building fans and stuff like that, guys. So if you have any friends or whatever that you think would be interested in watching this, leave them a link to it. And thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate it if you did make it this far. So guys, part 2 is done. Part 3 is coming tomorrow, and there should be another video coming out today, an actual gameplay video, because if you didn't read the description of yesterday's part 1, this is actually going to be just another side video. I'm going to still be doing daily uploads, but these aren't really going to count as daily uploads. I'm still going to do like gameplays and stuff like that. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I love you all, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, or later today's video and tomorrow's video. Peace.